it. So why should we be blamed for what we are doing? We are here to legislate for our people. So this, I am going to ask my people to take it on. Let them tell us who was the machinery in this and how it came about. Because when you read the topic, I mean the heading is alarming. When you look at inside, there is nothing. So what do they want to achieve? They want the public to hate Parliament. Honourable members, once more, I want to thank you. We only have 2 reports left on RAPEX. Only 2. We have, which one? So you've been bribed on road fund also. Meanwhile, I have also got information our balance of the money has been sent. The one on road fund, the 500 million. I've got information that the money has been sent. So that is one reason why. Honourable Minister, to the district, the money has been sent to the district, not to road fund. No, the money has been sent to different districts. And remember the 1 billion which we appropriated in this house. Yes. Honourable Minister.
Right Honourable Speaker, I wanted to provide that clarity because you had just talked about misinformation. That the money the Right Honourable Speaker is talking about is the roads maintenance grant passed by this Parliament, and each district, city and municipality in Uganda was earmarked to receive 1 billion. 250 million was released in Q1, 250 million in Q2. Now for Q3 and 4, every district, city and municipality in Uganda has received the last bit of 500 million Uganda shillings for road maintenance.
Thank you.
And this is supposed to be appropriated through the district, city and municipality roads committee created under the Uganda Road Fund Act.
Thank
Thank you.
And to all members, I hope you're monitoring that money in your constituencies. Because my presumption is, in one way or the other, you're chairpersons of the road of the road what? Road committee. So you must make sure that you make a follow-up of that money, the money sent to the districts, and how the money is being used. Yes, Mukatoliki.
Madam Speaker, I want to thank you very much, but I request the government, and I remember I said it last time, when you read the instructions that were given to finance and what was resolved here, that money was supposed to come at once, on top of all other allocations, budget allocations. Go and read it carefully. But still, we thank you for that. But Madam Speaker, about the State of Nation address, for me, I want, why are we still going to, for such a function and you have to test me, COVID, plaque my nose, on our side, Madam Speaker, I want also to know the results of the president before he tests me, because how can we have one person in this country that everybody must get closer to him after being tested the COVID? We are refusing to appear and is not tested. How do we know his results before we get closer to him? So, Madam Speaker, I think as our Speaker, denying us our gadgets, the iPad, phones, when we are to attend the State of the Nation, I cannot be part of that. Then, COVID testing, I want also to see Mr. Museveni's results before they test mine. Yes.
Honourable
I'm
member,
a human being like him. Yes, what if he brings it to me?
Honourable member, issues of health is private. And because the issues of health is private, if you want to know the president's COVID results or health, you can get a court order and ask for it. But also, one thing that I must tell you, the State of Nation address is your function. It's a parliament function. It is not for the president. We are only inviting the president to come and address us and start the next session of our sitting. It is our session. And we can, it doesn't matter. We can agree to say we are waiving off COVID testing. Yes, we can remove it. It is our function. After all, the president will be sitting far. He will be sitting far. But it will look bad for you not to come for your own function. The testing, I know some of you fear testing. There is no way you can fail to go with your iPad because we don't want you to carry papers. You will go with your iPad. What's wrong with that?
Once you make that proclamation, then we shall see, because that has been the condition.
It is not
You
a proclamation.
SFC, checking my phone, taking my phone,
We will request
testing
them.
me all the time.
No, we will request
The whole
them.
of this world is only one person testing people
Please.
before they meet him. No.
Honorable members, we will request them. We will request SFC that our members, our very good members of parliament, please do not use papers. We gave them iPads, which they use for day to day, and also, we also don't want what? We are not comfortable with the COVID testing. We'll talk to them. I mean, they are human beings. We'll talk to them. And just one thing to remind you, this is your function. It is not budget which is for finance. It is your function. And we must...
Madam Speaker, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
You know, it is good to be short. You just...
Madam
you just
Speaker,
dive.
I did not know I was short until today. Madam Speaker, as Shadow Minister for Works and Transport, I have been interacting with some people from different districts. But also, we had a district orders committee meeting in my district, which I chaired. And I realized that the guidelines that were issued in respect to the 1 billion, 92 million is being removed for repairs. 92 million. So you can imagine you have 500 million by removing 92 million for repairs. And so, Madam Speaker, I think we need to find a solution for repairing the district equipment so that it does not take the money that is meant to help us work on the roads. Otherwise, most of this money is now going to repairs of the district equipment.
Thank you. Honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable members, we have been sitting here every day from 10 up to late. Today, my session is only going to be 2 hours. My session is going to be 2 hours. Next item. Next item.
Item 3 on the order paper. Item 3.1, the status of implementation of the NDP3 road projects.
Honorable members, as you are aware that the National Development Plan 3 has a life cycle span of 2020, 2021 to 2024, 2025. While barely a year to go, this House expressed concern over the status of implementation of the road projects envisaged under the NDP3. Pursuant to Rule 52(1) of the Rules of Procedure of Parliament, I want to invite the Minister of Works and Transport to present a statement on implementation of the status of the planned projects under NDP3. Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, despite the fact that the Ministry of Works and Transport was duly notified, I do not see the ministry represented. The ministry is at the moment absent without official leave. May I request that we proceed to the next item as we look for the Ministry of Works.
Honorable, are you aware that we even have a bill on the road fund?
Right Honorable Speaker, the ministry is fully aware of all the items on the order paper for today, and they are duly informed.
Honorable members, Government Chief Whip, you need to tell your members to take this House serious. Because this is a very serious matter. You're in a budgeting process. Before you know the status of the other roads that you budgeted for, now, my government chief whip, I'm talking to him, is busy smiling to the girls. Eh? Honorable members, we need to get serious on this. I'm happy the General has come. General, we are here patiently waiting for you. Thank you for coming. General, you're welcome. We are on the status of implementation of NDP3 road projects. And as you get ready, General, in the public gallery this afternoon we have pupils from St. John Junior School, Bujuko, Mpigi District. They are represented by Honorable Teddy. Teddy, stand up now, Nambose, and wave at the kids. That is your Member of Parliament, and Honorable Hildaman Hillary Kiaga. Where is the Hildaman? Thank you so much for coming. These are your members of Parliament, and they are doing very well. Thank you. Please have a seat. Join me in welcoming the young angels. Are you sure? Are you sure? Honorable members, in the public gallery, we have students from Mubende Ame Secondary School. They are represented by Honorable Nakazibwe Hope Grania. Most welcome, Honorable Lubega Bashir and Honorable Kabanda Daudi. You're most welcome and you're very smart. Thank you for coming. They're in red ties. They have red, they have FDC, they have. Please have a seat. PLU. Please, General, sorry.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members of Parliament, Honorable Members and Honorable Speaker. This document has been uploaded on the iPad, and I hope we shall follow it. Right Honorable Speaker, I'm presenting this statement to inform Parliament of the status of implementation of the national, district, urban, and community access roads projects prioritized for implementation under the Third National Development Plan, NDP3, ITIS program. Status of NDP3 National Roads Project. Financing of planned NDP3 projects, 2.21. Right Honorable Speaker, at the start of the NDP period, in 2020-2021, 3,531 kilometers of new roads were selected for upgrading, 32 kilometers of existing roads for capacity improvement within the Greater Kampala metropolitan area, and construction of 6 strategic bridges. These projects were estimated to cost about 15 trillion. This excluded the projects under implementation at the time, which would cross over to NDP3, which crossed over from NDP2, and were to be completed in the NDP3 period. Right Honorable Speaker, as you are aware, the COVID-19 pandemic was a major setback to the economy and affected the revenues available to government for investment in the infrastructure. As a result, the allocations of the domestically funded budget for the development of national roads dropped from 1.7 trillion in 2020-2021 to Uganda shillings 957 billion this financial year, 2023-2024. This reduction in the funds available reduced the physical progress that could be achieved in the period. The reduction in the domestic funds available for development projects also affects the implementation of externally funded projects, as domestic funds are required for counterpart funding and land acquisition. Honorable members, the government had planned to upgrade roads to support tourism development, because tourism is a cash cow, and ease congestion in the Greater Kampala metropolitan area during NDP3. However, this reduction in the resources also delayed the implementation of the key interventions, and they must therefore be prioritized in the NDP4. (2.2.2) Performance on the national roads. Right Honorable Speaker, despite the setbacks and the significant reduction in funding, government was able to register some success in the delivery of the plan. By June 2023, the status of implementation of the NDP3 program was as follows. (753 kilometers of national roads had been upgraded to paved standard, bringing the total paved stock to 6,133 kilometers countrywide. This was against the targeted 1,500 kilometers in the same period, because again of the COVID issue. In addition to the national roads, UNRA also upgraded 196 kilometers of town roads within various towns and municipalities across the country, and 464 kilometers of road rehabilitation and reconstruction were completed in the same period. The details of the completed rehabilitation and upgrade projects is attached as Annex 1. The annex is a very big annex. It has Annex 1 up to Annex 8. I would request members of Parliament at your own time to refer to the annexes. Due to these interventions, as of June 2023, 59% of the national paved network was in good condition, while 35% was in fair condition. During the NDP3 period, large percentages of the network which was in good condition has deteriorated to fair condition. This has created a significant maintenance backlog that shall necessitate increased focus on maintenance of the paved road network in NDP4 period, as opposed to coming up with new projects in order to protect the existing assets. Right Honorable Speaker and members, the construction of bridges and provision of ferry crossings was also catered for during the NDP3 period. 26 bridges were constructed by Uganda National Roads Authority in the period from 2020 to 2021 to 2022-2023, and the following ferries were also commissioned during the period. Bisina Ferry, which applies between Kumi and Katakwi on Lake Bisina. This was commissioned 2020-2021. MV Triple B, this is Bubembe Bunyama Bugala, not Mugala, Bugala on Lake Victoria in 2021-2022. MV Pamba, Kiyindi to Buvuma. This was done together with the Minister of Agriculture under the oil palm project. Right Honorable Speaker, the analysis showed that the available MTEF is insufficient for the completion of the ongoing commitments under the development of national roads. Allocation of extra resources to the program in NDP4 period is required if we are to achieve the objectives of preserving the road assets and increasing the stock and quality of the productive infrastructure as required. 2.2.3. Right Honorable Speaker, my ministry is currently implementing 26 national road development projects covering 1,249 kilometers and 11 road rehabilitation projects spanning 952 kilometers. In addition, construction of 27 bridges and 10 ferry improvement projects across the national roads and national roads network in different regions of the country is also ongoing. I've provided a list of the ongoing projects included in Annex 2 to this document. Again, I implore our members of Parliament to go to look at that at your own time because it has all the details. 2.2.4, Right Honorable Speaker, these are projects under preparation. Right Honorable Speaker, in addition to the projects under implementation, we have several projects which are under preparation. These include 7 road upgrading projects with signed commercial contracts where the contractors are in the process of confirming the financing. These are projects which are structured under the contractor facilitated financing, CCF, and the commencement of civil works is dependent on the finalization of the financing agreements between the contractors and Ministry of Finance. The details of this are in Annex 3 to the document. 2, 14 civil works contracts are under procurement and with the process expected to be completed financially in the financial year 2023-2024. These details are also in the Annex 4 to this document. 7 road projects are to be executed utilizing external financing. The government is currently undertaking the necessary legal processes to have the financing approved and signed by both parties. Right Honorable Speaker, the list of NDP projects and their status is attached on Annex 5. Challenges faced in the implementation of the road program projects. Right Honorable Speaker and members, the implementation of the program has encountered several challenges. 1, reduced allocation of funds to the development of roads, which has led to limiting commencement of new projects during the period. The inadequate releases have also led to the government of Uganda incurring debts to the contractors during the NDP3 period. UNRA currently faces a debt of, this was some time back, but as I speak now, the debt is 1,044,000,000 100 and something thousand. It's bigger than what you see here. And that debt attracts 350 million of interest every day. Rising out of the cost of construction, especially after COVID, has led to the increase in key road construction and maintenance inputs, such as bitumen, steel, timber, and fuel, thus increasing the cost of operations. Number 4, procurement delays occasioned on the program by external stakeholders, disruptive bidders. If bids are invited, whoever is not satisfied will stop the process because the law provides that. We have what we call whistleblowers. You cannot even know who the whistleblower is because he's not supposed to reveal himself. The process must stop until the whistleblower is satisfied. Number 5, the COVID-19 pandemic greatly affected UNRWA's ability to achieve the set targets. Several activities, mainly road construction, were affected by the lockdown and/or partial lockdown. Activities like land acquisition were halted, while projects continued to be implemented under very strict standing operating procedures. This affected working hours and supplies of the project inputs. Status of district, urban, and community access roads, DUCA. And I think this is an area of interest to many of the MPs here. Right Honorable Speaker, at the beginning of NDP3, in financial year 2020-2021, the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development approved 4 projects under DUCA, and these included Project 1558, which is Rural Bridges Infrastructure, 1564, Community Roads Improvement Project, 1703, Rehabilitation of District Roads, and 1705, Rehabilitation and Upgrading of Urban Roads. Status of the project. Under Project 1558, which are Rural Bridges Infrastructure, that's the first one I'm addressing at 4.2.1. Right Honorable Speaker, this project focuses on improving connectivity in rural areas by constructing bridges and improving swamp crossings. The project also focuses on constructing cable-stayed footbridges and metallic ladders in the mountainous area. The project was formulated in 2019-20 for a period of 5 years with the following targets. We are targeted 15 bridges to be constructed, 17.5 kilometers of swamp crossing to be constructed, 30 alternative bridge mechanisms constructed, which would include archer bridge, footbridges, and metallic ladders, and 25 new bridges designed. The above outputs were estimated to cost 300 billion over a period of 5 years. To date, just a total of 99.6 billion has been received, and out of that, this is what has been achieved. 7 bridges have been constructed, 2 bridges are under construction, and 2 other bridges have been procured. 1 swamp crossing of 1 kilometer has been constructed, 8 swamp crossings are under construction, and 1 swamp crossing is designed for construction. 18 cable bridges, footbridges, have been constructed, and 1 cable bridge is under construction. 2 metallic ladders constructed in the areas of, in the Elgon areas, and another metallic ladder is under construction. The details of these bridges and swamp crossings and cable footbridges and metallic ladders are contained in Annex 6 to the document. 4.2.2 Project 1564, Community Roads Improvement Project. This project was developed to rehabilitate community roads across the country. The goal was to improve the standard of living of the rural community by improving their connectivity, accessibility to markets, and social and administrative services. Improved access inevitably leads to better farm gate prices and increased production, reduced travel time and transport costs, and improved access to social and administrative services. This project is also in line with the PDM as a Pillar 2. The project was formulated by